Well, we have the opportunity to be able to talk to Tim Slivka with regards to his daughter, Ayla. And Tim, you can tell us obviously the most about her and what makes her special. But if you can tell us a little bit about how old she is and kind of what we should know about Ayla.
Yeah, so thank you for having me, first and foremost. But Ayla is an absolute doll. She is 6 years old. She's silly, she's sweet, and man, is she also sassy. I think she encompasses those three S's very well, but sassy tends to be one of the things that I think she brings to the table that brings our family so much joy, because you can't slip anything past her, and she'll always be there to kind of light up a room, but to make sure that she, keeps you in check just as much. But she's just your typical 6-year-old little girl. She loves to sing. She loves to be creative. She loves to draw. We just moved to Columbus back in June. And since being here, one of her favorite activities is to go out and explore all the different parks and playgrounds that are around the area. And she's, just trying to get out there and meet new kids as she's new to this city. And it's really a great thing to watch, because she's just an outgoing little beast of a little girl. So she's just the light of our world.
Well, and I hear you have another light of your world that came in here this week. Ayla's a big sister, and she obviously is taking care of her. Sounds like she's even renaming her. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have a little theme with the way that we've named our kids. We have Ayla, we have a son named Asher, and now we've welcomed Aspen into our family. And a couple of weeks before we had Aspen, Ayla told us that she actually would have preferred the name Penny. And we liked the name Penny. We just have always stuck with A names. And we kind of felt like if we didn't use an A name, we were going to leave this child out. So after a lot of back and forth between Aaron and I and talking about, how do we, kind of grant Ayla's wish on the name, but also stick with our A theme, we came up with an idea to use the name Aspen and allow us to use Penny as a nickname. This way we could keep Ayla really happy at the same time.
Well, it sounds
and actually,
like...
And to that point, Aspen was just born last Thursday. So Aaron and I have been home from the hospital since Saturday with our newest addition, and it has been busy around here and definitely not getting a whole lot of sleep, as you would imagine.
Well, and if she's sassy, then she's already renamed Aspen to Penny, probably, or otherwise.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Well, tell us a little bit about how you found out that Ayla had cancer. If you can kind of walk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's a difficult thing to talk about. There's no doubt about that. But we were on a family vacation that we take every year. We used to live in New Hampshire. My family still lives up in that area, and we went for my father's 60th birthday party and the 4th of July. And we were just expecting it to be kind of the typical week-long or 10-day-long vacation where we go up into the mountains, we go to the lake, we spend a lot of time on the boat, and we had a lot of there was a lot of that, but things just felt a little bit different because things were a little off with Ayla. She, as the week progressed, we started to see different signs, like her losing her balance, kind of slurring her speech. But all those things seemed to have like a rational reason for why that was occurring. Whether it was like she was wearing a new pair of Crocs, maybe they were just a little bit too big, so she was tripping, or she had just lost her 2 front teeth, so maybe that was causing her to slur her speech a little bit. Those sort of things seemed like they were normal explanations for, at the time, a 5-year-old little girl. But when the week went on, just things continuously seemed off, where she was sort of staring off into space. That was definitely not like her at all, because she's usually very engaged in just about everything she's doing. When we got back from the trip, my wife, Erin, knew something was certainly off and immediately scheduled a doctor's appointment for that very day, at 2:00 in the afternoon, with a pediatrician. And as we were in the house for maybe 30 minutes and she had fallen another 3 or 4 times, Erin said, "That's it. I'm taking her to the emergency room right now." And when we went to the emergency room, they immediately took her down to Nationwide Children's instead, knowing that that was going to be the best place for her to get care. And, from there, it was kind of a whirlwind, right? You get into the emergency room, they run several tests, they end up sending you to do an MRI, and you start to think, oh gosh, this probably isn't good. You see the neurology team come in, and then, once you see neuro-oncology come in, you knew something was really not right, and it could have been the worst of all of your nightmares that you could possibly imagine it could be. And the nice thing is that if there's any blessing in any of this, is that we had just moved here to Columbus, and getting here, we got with one of the best care teams there could possibly be for a DIPG diagnosis. This team really knows what they're doing, and they're some of the best in the world when it comes to this particular tumor type. And we just kind of felt like there must have been some sort of a reason why we ended up in Columbus when we ended up in Columbus, because this rocked our world, and I can't even imagine trying to be somewhere else and try to get to a place where you can get the care that is the best in the world for your child.
Well, and that's one of the things with there in Columbus and nationwide. That's one of the hubs of really what we're trying to raise money for here today is Connect. That's one of the consortiums that really focuses on DIPG. We've invested about $2 million in this. And to really try to build that up. So we're glad you're getting, that level of care. Obviously, we want to grow that so that other families can kind of get involved with that as well and see the same advantages there. Your community has been tremendously supportive of Ayla, of your family, and also trying to fund research. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we've got an amazing army behind us. Actually, right when this diagnosis happened, one of Ayla's classmates' parents helped jump behind Ayla right away and kind of put a little slogan behind the fundraising efforts and the support group for Ayla and her family, and dubbed it the Ayla's Army. And we have had just people from all different walks of our life in the past, present, and even people now like you that are kind of in the future of our lives that have just rallied behind our family and Ayla, and it's been incredible. Aaron and I have moved around a lot since we got married in 2010. This is our fourth location that we've lived in, and everywhere that we've gone, we've just met incredible people. And the people that I've met when I was a child growing up that I've lost touch with have all been back in touch with me and done incredible things to support Ayla and to make sure that she feels loved and special. And it's been an overwhelming, quite frankly, experience of the gratitude that we're feeling from a lot of these people. And to see a lot of the people that want to support the fundraising, to understand what DIPG is and why we need to find a cure for this terrible cancer, it's given Aaron and I a lot of hope and a lot of just good feelings that maybe something is on the horizon that's going to help Ayla or help another family that's going through the same thing. But we've just got this army of people that make us feel really special and loved, and it's been incredible.
Well, and especially obviously one of the reasons that we have this fundraiser day, but also one of the big boosts to it is one of your members of your community reached out to us and wanted to do a matching campaign today, and make it in honor of Ayla, but also to support many other children. And they're helping out with a multi-matching effectively to generate more research. So we couldn't be more appreciative to it. It's going to go to great, efforts, obviously efforts that are close to both of our hearts to try to really cure DIPG as well. Obviously your family, your friends are watching this today. And we're talking about research. We're talking about the Cure Starts Now. What are the things do you think that you'd like to tell them about this cause and why you're doing it?
Yeah, I mean, well, the Cure Starts Now. Let's just start with that. I mean, this is an organization that I truthfully, I mean, like many of us that when you get this diagnosis, you don't know anything about anything when it comes to cancer, DIPG, or what do you do to try to help your little one. And when we found the Cure Starts Now, it was, we read everything we could read about different organizations, and this just felt like it was the right place for us to participate and help to drive some fundraising and awareness to making sure that there was appropriate funding for research to help these little kids. You could tell with the there's many different types of cancers out there, but once you start reading about how little the research and funding goes towards pediatric brain cancer, in particular, this DIPG tumor type, it was just disheartening. And what I felt about the Cure Starts Now is they not only, talk the talk about wanting to do the right thing to help these little kids, but it was very clear with the amount of money that they've raised and the amount of money really that in totality they've contributed towards pediatric cancer research, probably upwards of 50 to 60%, is incredible to me that this is an organization that not only talks the talk, but they clearly walk the walk as well. And, they've also rallied behind us, given us the support that we need. And it's just an incredible organization that I knew nothing about 6 months ago. And now here I am, really wanting to not only, do this right now, but stick with this organization for the long haul to see this one day have a cure.
No, we appreciate your help with it. This is a team of parents. We're 41 chapters strong, and we're all just parents really wanting to get to that cure. It takes all of us to be able to do so, and it's having some impact. Obviously, the care that you're getting there with Ayla, that is coming from the trials from parents and families that focus on it, and we hope that what we do today is going to lead to trials in the future, and hopefully that cure as well. So we're very glad to have you, and obviously it's good to talk with you today as well.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. And, we're just feeling really blessed that we've got this organization and the support group and Ayla's Army that we have that are out there really backing us and making sure that, together we're out there to find a cure.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And obviously the best with Aspen, Asher and Ayla, but I guess I should probably call Aspen Penny would probably be the more appropriate thing.
No doubt about it. Ayla would love that.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you as well. I appreciate your time.
All right. Goodbye.